Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to rust-proof this Opinel knife. I got this from a buddy, from my dad, and he got this on a vacation some years ago and he really likes it, but he doesn't like that it tarnishes, since it's carbon steel. But since that's, his vacation memory, he doesn't want to get rid of it and get a stainless steel one. So we are going to do a coating on it. We are going to do a zinc nickel coating that I did a video on a while ago, and it gives you really nice results in rust protection, and it still leaves the same finish on it. I'm eager to see what it does to something like the stamping in here, because this is obviously not, we didn't clean that, and also not the nail groove, but we're just going to see how this works. I did a test of this a while ago on a kitchen knife, and it worked very well. And I'm happy to see what it does to this one. So, what do we need to get this job done? First of all, we need the electrolyte. This is some zinc nickel electrolyte, 14% nickel. This is the base of what we are doing. I put this in a glass container here, so that it's inert. We need a power supply. It needs to be adjustable to dial it in. It just needs to go to 3 volt. It doesn't need to be very, very fancy, but you do need to be able to adjust it. So like 2 AA batteries will not work. You need more fine tuning than this. And then I'm using a nickel electrode, as with these usually. Just look what the manufacturer of the electrolyte tells you to use. Mine said nickel. Usually a carbon is also fine, but then it won't replenish the nickel in it, so over time it will get weaker. To do this at home, first you will need to disassemble your Opinel knife. This is pretty easy. At this collar around here, you will need to stretch this outward with some pliers, and then you can pull it off, and then there's a pin in it that secures the blade, and just hammer out the pin, and then the blade is done. This, in my case, is polished, so that it looks a bit nicer, because it was a bit rusty before, and you need to have it clean for this to work. And then before you do it, just degrease it. This is covered in grease right now. I'm gonna degrease it before I'm gonna do this, and then we will see how it turns out. This is the setup now. I got the knife suspended on a copper wire on a stick. The knife is going to be connected to the negative connection and the anode to the positive one. Voltage is between 0.5 and 3 volts, so I'm gonna dial it in as I need it in this path here. And yeah, that's about it. While you're galvanizing, what you should look out for is if you have a power supply like this that tells you the current flow. You can see there's some current flowing, and there is a little bit of bubbling. A little bit of bubbling is okay, so it's working, but it shouldn't be a lot. That means the voltage is too high. So as you can see, I'm running 1.8 volts. It's saying 0.5 to 3 volts is the range. So this is, if it does a little bit of bubbling, it's perfectly dialed in. In general, the electrolyte is not crazy dangerous, but it is very caustic, and the standard safety procedures, wear some rubber gloves, wear some goggles, and make sure there's, you have a large room or there's some kind of ventilation when you're doing anything with electricity and an electrolyte, because there's hydrogen being produced. I've now left it in for about half an hour. It said that it should apply 0.6 micrometers per minute, and so that would be 30 microns, which should be pretty much good. And I'm now gonna turn it off and take the thing out. And this is how the blade looks afterwards. There isn't really much of a difference to be seen. It is quite a nice silver finish. If you look at it side by side, if you would do a comparison, you could see that this is a bit more silver, but it just could be because it's a fresh metal layer and it's not polished, because even when I polish it, it tarnishes a little bit, especially with the carbon steel. But this is how it looks. It's a very nice mirror finish, and basically indistinguishable from before, and it will give you a good amount of rust protection on one of these, so cutting something acidic like a tomato, for example, will not tarnish it instantly if that's something you don't want. That was it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. If you did, then consider subscribing and giving the video a like, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.